This is Jonah Hill, and you're listening to the only podcast that matters.
Bro Gang, we are joined by the Baron of Bars, the Sultan of Santos, the Forest Hills Pharaoh, the HBO oligarch, the Chief of Chillin. His single house of bricks is named after your fit pics. The Short King of Queens. Got a lot of products stopped in the... Are those Dockers? Hell no. You know they Polo. The Dune Buggy Don Dada. The Outdoors oligarch. Call him Joe Biden's approval rating because he's down for so long. The Outdoors Overlord. The Willy Wonka of the Wilderness. He's just an island boy. Artist and host of HBO's Chillin' Island. Despot, what's good?
I'm chilling. I was trying to...
apropos.
Yeah, that's what I do. I was trying to keep up with all those titles. I don't know what my favorite one was.
There's too many to choose from, right?
Yeah.
I'll type this out for you. You can like take your time.
Yeah.
Through it.
Do your friends call you Despot or they call you Alec or Mr. Roast?
It varies. It varies. I get... I don't know. People always ask me what they should call me.
That's polite.
It's hard for me to decide. So
we didn't ask that. My apologies.
Well, no, that's what I was doing.
Right.
You know?
I mean...
Dealer's choice.
I also... the word despot is technically not pronounced that way. That's like the second accepted pronunciation.
What's the first?
Despot.
Okay. Oh, right. Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, is that like a spit pun? Like you're spitting?
It's not, because I don't like despot. I always said
Is it a pop
despot.
pun?
I don't know what it is.
Wait, you don't remember how you came up with it? Or?
I do. My brother did. I was like in junior high school maybe, and I was like, I'm gonna start rapping. And I think I also was like, I'm gonna write graffiti because everybody did. And my brother was like, you should call yourself this word that I learned in social studies.
It means
They
benevolent.
studying like Saddam Hussein or
It was probably,
ruler.
like
Gulf War I?
Napoleon maybe. I think there were enlightened despots during the Renaissance.
2012.
you're an enlightened despot.
I think I like to think
No,
I'm
it was
an enlightened.
Coney 2012. That's what it was.
It might have been, yeah. Although I was a little older by then.
All right, despot. The first thing we want to do.
Don't. I hate Despot. There was one radio show I did, and dude was like Despot, and I was just like, damn. It was the only time it ever happened.
Did you correct him?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
And did he keep calling you that to be a dick, or was he like?
Nah. He was very embarrassed.
Well, Lawrence is going to continue.
Sure.
Lawrence is going to continue calling you despot. Just
All right, cool. Despot.
The first thing we want to do is a little fit check where you're going to walk the audience at home through the totality of your outfit today. The choice for you, Despot, is do you want to start top down or you want to go bottom up?
Well, I've listened to your show before.
Oh, damn. Salute us.
Oh, all right.
Hell yeah.
So I know what I'm supposed to do.
Okay. Take it away, sir.
So, I mean, I took my shoes off, but I'm going to pretend.
Thank you.
Yeah. You're a polite guy.
No, we're
Yeah.
going to do the outerwear. And all
Yeah, we're going
that.
to go through everything, but
Right.
yeah, start with the kicks.
All right, so these are Salomon ex-hikers, and
They're beefy.
Yeah.
they are beefy, and
Like you.
I'm beefy, and I've had them since 8th grade.
Oh, shit.
And
What?
I think that's an important thing to note. We could get into that later, but
Your foot hasn't grown.
nah, nothing has. Well,
Well, actually, 8th grade.
Your nuts dropped.
Yeah.
yeah, slightly.
Do you have wait, you can't have every pair. You have like the best kicks from back then still?
Yeah, like whatever survived, and
Did you cop them off East Bay?
I did cop shit from East Bay maybe like once or twice way back when, but for the most part, I think I was getting shit like those definitely came from Campmore, which was like yeah. I don't know if it still exists.
There was one on. Was it only one on Route 17 in Jersey?
I never been to the actual
Okay, 'cause that
store.
was the Campmore by me growing up.
That's sick. I would love to go to an actual Campmore store. I had the catalogs.
Oh, okay.
And the catalogs were sick because everything was hand drawn.
Oh damn!
Yeah. So Salomon X Hikers. The socks are PAA.
Pa.
Yeah. Is that you say pa?
Yeah.
I don't fucking.
It's like
know.
a despot.
That's the
despot situation.
That's the secondary pronunciation. The first is
Pa.
Pa.
PAA.
Yeah.
Pa. All right. The pants are Orslow. The underwear is Sunspell.
Damn. Okay.
Wow, luxury.
Normally we have to like beg. We have to beg someone to shout out their panties.
Sunspell underwear is a luxurious
it's
fabric
nice.
to put on your scrotum.
I had an ill Sunspell mishap recently. Not like, nothing like that.
Your Sunspells?
Yeah.
Nah, I have shit my pants before in my adult
Who
life.
hasn't?
Yeah, but nah.
Wait, what was the mishap?
They sent my package to some other random person in Greenpoint, and it was a lot of underwear, and that shit is expensive.
Yeah.
And the dude found me on Instagram, and he was like, "Yo, I have your underwear. I live in Greenpoint."
Did you get it delivered to Despot or?
No, it was my name. He must have Googled my government and found Despot through that. So then whatever, he was like, "Come over and get your underwear," and
hang out.
So I hit Sunspell, and I was like, "Yo, my package didn't show up, and I see now on your like shipping confirmation that you got my address wrong. Send me more underwear." So they did, and I got
You doubled up.
Yeah.
You dirty dog.
So I came up. Yeah.
Was the underwear guy? Was he a fan of yours?
Yeah,
You know who
well-
you were?
Oh, the in-person meeting never happened
Thank
because
God.
I was like, I'm actually mad busy today. Can I just send you an Uber? And I did. And,
I'm that
and
busy
that was it.
being a professional rapper.
Yeah.
Put him in a
underwear,
car for me.
the rare underwear hand to hand.
Right.
Are those
As
boxer
he-
briefs?
Yes.
Okay.
They are boxer briefs. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
on up.
Moving up. This is the undershirt is TNT Plastic Land employees only shirt. For those who don't know, TNT Plastic Land, legendary plastic store on Church and Lispenard, where drug dealers buy,
all
cases.
the houseware.
yes,
You never went to
house
Canal
wear.
Plastics?
Canal Plastics was not really the spot. TNT has always been the spot, and it was originally on the corner where like what used to be called Bomb the System and is now called Scrapyard. It was like on Canal.
Was there like a
and-
plug discount? Like, why was it the spot?
which I mean, I don't know. I just think Canal Plastic was more like they catered to more like professional people and hobbyist drug dealers.
Okay.
And then I think like the real drug dealers knew that like the Apple bags were at TNT
Right.
and like the whatever those cubes that they used to use.
Damn.
Which was always a demarcator of like a more high
Yeah, for sure.
If it came in like the plastic coffin.
Yes, exactly.
Different colors and
Which
shit.
like are kind of not in vogue anymore.
I haven't seen one in years.
Well, they're around.
Maybe
They're not totally extinct yet.
They're
when
around.
Y2K makes a comeback, it's going to be coffins.
Yeah, you would
for
think
days.
that as like the nostalgia for that time period influences all other aspects of cultures, you think it would touch drug dealers as well.
Well, I tried that. Not saying
Right.
allegedly.
Yeah.
No. I have a legitimate weed brand called Foxy.
Oh, right. This is-
that operates out of LA and is
Allegedly.
completely
Completely legit.
allegedly. And we started trying to kind of do this campaign that was like, like a pager next to one of those cubes and a bunch of weed, and it's like, New York style pizza, basically New York style
Yeah.
weed.
But it didn't really take off out of LA.
I don't think we did a great job.
Well, the coffins can't fit. The coffins can't fit in the LA motherfucker skinny jeans.
Right,
Yeah.
and they're pointy.
Uproarious.
They're very pointy. Like it's not that convenient. You need like a purse or something. But
Or-
everybody
or a
got
jacket,
purses
like your-
now.
A clout
jacket.
pack. Enough
Right.
of those dudes have like the man purse
Exactly.
situation.
You
but
keep
whatever.
your little whatever. What do they keep in those? I don't know.
I don't know.
hand sanitizer.
They like to act like they keep guns in them, but they don't.
Some of them aren't even big enough. It would be like a little, like a PP7,
Right.
like a little a lady's gun,
Right, a Derringer.
a femme fatale.
Yeah.
An Abe
situation.
Lincoln killer, you know?
Right, exactly. One of those flintlocks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
On hand thine possessions, good sir.
yeah. Which that's stylish, I guess. But you'd have to be
It'll
wearing.
get the job done.
Don't touch it with
Yeah.
the musket.
Yeah. I probably said musket in a rap song before.
Probably.
Oh, that seems absolutely accurate for sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure that I have,
So
but
it's friends and family only, or staff only.
staff only, TNT. Those are my guys. Shout out
Shout
to Tommy. Shout out to TNT Plastics. The chain is Tiffany. It's a woman's chain
With the matching bracelet, right?
matching bracelet.
What is that
also
link
Tiffany.
called?
It's called the Tiffany Hardware link. The hardware collection captures the bold spirit of the women of New York City.
Beyonce has one, right?
Probably, yeah. Lady Gaga famously wore this necklace a lot. I have had, women be like, "Oh, that's the Lady Gaga."
chain.
Yeah. We could get into that too. So there's two qualms that I have to get into. There's the Salomon one and there's the Tiffany one, but we'll get there, right?
I don't know. Do you want to get them out? Do you want to air your
I
grievances
think
right
we're
now?
here right now.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay.
No time like the present. Go crazy.
Well, I thought I had to finish going through the shit.
No, it's going to take 45
Yeah,
minutes.
we can take breaks.
All right, cool. So let's start with the Salomon thing. In fucking 6th, 7th grade, I was wearing those Salomon boots, and like everybody was wearing Timbs or whatever, Wallabies, whatever people were wearing, and I get shit on because like Salomon was some other shit.
What drew you to them in the first place? You're like, these look
I
dope.
just thought they looked cool, yeah.
But
And
cut to 30 years later.
Yeah.
that's my qualm. Is like you guys are all wearing these fucking hiking shoes now, and you didn't know about
Not about
Salomon.
that life.
And I'm not wearing those like corny like Salomon cross
And you
training.
literally have
type
an
The
things.
XT6.
And you
Yeah.
literally have an outdoors show.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I have
We're
right.
out here tromping through the
You're
wild.
true.
I'm
It's
a-
not new to this.
I'm a real outdoorsman, and yeah, I just want to say like,
Suck my dick.
all you Salomon guys, like you're late and suck my dick.
30 years
yeah.
too late.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah,
And
all
then
right.
what's the Tiffany qualm?
The Tiffany thing is fucked up. So my shit, this necklace and bracelet are relatively recent purchase, like within the last 2 years, I guess.
Did you come up with HBO money?
Nah, man, let's not talk about that.
Okay.
There's,
Someone owes this man a check, apparently.
yeah, they do.
Who owns HBO? AOL?
Is that net 90?
Is this way more than that? 90?
We're only halfway through the season. So maybe
Yeah.
once the season concludes, you know?
Yeah, you have to deliver all
Right.
the goods and services, which will be episode
Regardless, what this necklace and bracelet costs is more than HBO is paying me to do the TV.
6. Oh, big fucking flex alert. That wasn't the qualm. You just wanted to throw that in, or is that the
Nah,
qualm?
that was the qualm is I bought this on some like Tiffany's corny. Like historically Tiffany's corny.
They lost the sauce a bit.
I think they never really had the sauce, especially like not with men's jewelry.
You're not fucking with the rebrand? Not your mother's Tiffany.
This is the qualm.
The Jay-Z Beyonce rebrand.
Basquiat.
Yeah.
That's the qualm. So I bought the shit, and in my mind, I'm like, this is some jewelry that like a girl gets for her bat mitzvah, and I fuck with that.
Yeah.
Like that's why I like
That's the
Tiffany.
appeal to you.
Yeah, like this is corny, and I like it, and it's for women, and
Right.
like let me do this. Like
You're never going to
'cause-
see another guy wearing this.
exactly, and probably not another woman because it's expensive. But
Besides Lady Gaga.
right, who she probably got it on the arm, you know?
Sure. Not for her bat mitzvah.
Maybe she might have just held on to it. So, yeah, the rebrand pissed me off because like I just got this shit and I'm like, I'm wearing it. People are noticing it. They're like, "What's that?" I'm like, Tiffany. They're like, "Oh, that's cool." This is before Not Your Mother's Tiffany, before Jay-Z, whatever. Then all that shit happens, and now suddenly like rappers want to wear Tiffany and shit. And my like, the uniqueness of my well thought out choice.
You've always wanted to zig when people are zagging.
Exactly.
Zag when people are
And
zagging.
now everyone's zigging with me.
Well, at least it's not a 30-year gap or discrepancy. Now it's just what, like 2 years?
Not even, maybe like
Right?
a
So
year.
the time space continues shrinking.
Yeah.
Next thing you
Right.
buy that you think is cool might actually be fucking corny.
You're living on the razor's
later.
edge of
Right.
trends, bro.
Yeah, my trend predicting abilities are like dying as
Yeah.
I get older, I think.
You used to be a visionary thinking decades ahead.
Now,
Now they're fading in your old age.
it's
dude.
a year at best. Yeah.
What's a junior despot? Like a you're just a evil prince.
Yeah.
Where you grew up into a
Yeah.
Evil Prince.
You're like
yeah.
the
malignant ruler.
firstborn son who like who's obsessed with Terminator. Like there was like some African prince, right? Whose dad was a despot and he was like,
Obsessed
Joseph
with-
Koenig Jr.
yeah, buying machine guns and shit, thinking he was Rambo.
Let's
That's
move on
ill.
to the other arm.
Oh, yeah.
Because this is very
Got a lot of action here.
very laden.
Yeah. You want to
Yeah.
start with the signature ring or what's on the wristicle?
We start with the wrist, I think. The wrist is a rose gold Rolex Daytona.
Yes, sir.
They're very hard to come by these days.
Very hard to come by.
I've had it for a while. I'm happy that I bought it a long time ago because it costs, I don't know, twice as much and change now.
This might be the most expensive watch that any guest has ever worn on the pod. Not the first Daytona, but the first rose gold Daytona, I believe.
Right. Daytonas are around, but you usually see steel ones.
What would you clock that at, Lawrence? What do you think you paid for it?
Current value or what I paid?
What's the current value?
Yeah. What is the current value? Something like that.
And then we'll divide it in half.
Well, I wanted to hear the guess.
The guess of the current value is, it's definitely what? It's over 6 figures for sure.
No, it's not.
No? It's not 6 figures? I don't.
No.
Okay.
It's
But
way-
what year is it?
I guess I got it in like 2010.
Okay.
But that doesn't really matter, I guess, at this
Well,
point.
the older Daytonas obviously are like fucking like the Paul Newmans and shit. People go crazy for.
Well,
but that's-
yeah. Paul Newman is a cheap watch though when it came out. That's
Yeah.
the whole story.
Well, all these steel watches that people have had for years, they're like, they almost like, they would give GI discounts and stuff.
Yeah.
And like, veterans would have them just like, whatever.
There's that
Not
the Tiffany Patek that
The
just
stamps.
came out.
Oh, yeah, that's the new Tiffany that you're talking about that is kind of like.
Yeah, and that shit fucked me up too, because that watch, that shit just sold at I think Christie's for $6.5
Sotheby's,
million.
I think, yeah.
Sotheby's,
For charity.
right, for charity. But I get the text every time some new Tiffany shit happens from like the guy at the store, and he texted me that Patek, and he was like, "Yo, do you want me to put you in for this watch?" And I was like, "Yeah." Like, but what? Because
Isn't there only like 20 or something?
yes, well, nah, it's like 100.
Are you getting
170?
one?
No.
Oh,
That's what I'm at. Here's another Tiffany qualm. This dude sends me a picture. I wake up, I look at I'm like, whoa, shit. Yeah, I want one. And retail on that is $54,000, $52,000, something like
immediately
that.
worth
Yes.
$2 billion.
I mean,
2.5.
you go to, it's immediately worth, I think, 4 or 5 million.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, yeah, I
Gotta put it
want
in the
one.
TNT coffin though.
Yeah, of course. Of course. Yo, actually, the packaging on that watch is insane. It's like the cheapest shit you've ever seen in your life. It's like
Tiffany on fucking notice.
it's like a vacuum sealed like plastic bag, and it's
Really?
just squashed
It's like
up
they're
in
No,
there.
there's a box, but it's not like the nicest shit in the
Yeah,
world.
but it comes in the squash thing.
It's like a sous vide steak.
Yes.
It's basing in its own juices,
Exactly.
baby.
But anyway, dude was like, "Do you want this watch?" And I was like, "Yes, I want this watch." And then 2 days later, he was like, turns out you have to spend $3 million on jewelry to get in line, and then you might get one." And I was like,
Just to qualify.
"Yeah." Like, why did you text me about
why
this
he so
watch?
early?
I
He
don't
was an
know.
eager beaver for sure on that one.
I think he thought he could make it happen, and then I think in his mind he was like, "I'm gonna sell this $60,000 watch, and it's gonna be crazy."
He's also probably thinking, "Yo, this is the only cool guy that shops at Tiffany's."
Yeah, right?
That's probably true for now.
He's trying to like
but
look good, in front of you.
Yeah.
I'm hearing
Then Gunna hit
Yeah.
him, and he's like, "Oh, never mind.
exactly. Rappers are rapping about Tiffany now.
Damn.
Anyway, yeah.
Big brand's working."
And then the ring. The ring is the building I grew up in Queens. It was designed by this guy Philippe Tournaire in Paris with me. We did it together, obviously.
This ring
it's
is
your
so-
iconic piece of jewelry.
This ring is
Yeah.
so burly. Does it ever get in the way of like
Yeah.
wiping your ass or
It
like
gets in the way.
fingering a girl or something?
Yes. Fingering a girl is like the number one, like,
Yeah.
frustrating.
occupational hazard.
Yeah, I got to take it off. And it kind of like ruins the mood a little. I'm like, oh, hold on.
What if she
Because
wants
she's only
to-
trying to get with you because you're obviously like balling like that.
Right.
What apartment? Can you show us what apartment you grew up
Yeah.
in?
Well, it's hard to. So my mom and dad were in the front here, like kind of
Okay,
right
above the entrance.
above the awning.
Yeah.
And so they have the better view because you got Flushing Meadow Park
Mm-hmm.
right here. So that's why the building's called the Fairview, because it looks at the World's Fair. So they had the nice. It's nice. That's the nice view because there's no obstructions. And then me, I was in this tiny
Ooh.
crevice back
Oh,
here.
you're in the ass crack.
Yeah.
Bat
the
cave,
Fairview.
bro.
So I basically look at a wall and the projects and a gas station and like whatever.
Do you ever leave your house with not wearing that ring?
Not really. I mean, I don't wear it to the gym.
Right.
And like if I'm doing like some dirty shit, I might not.
If you're out here fingering.
Yeah, but if you're fingering,
If I'm fingering, it's probably on, but I got to take it off. There was a very recent
A recent fingering.
fingering. Well, it was a fingering and it was like a, you know what?
yeah.
You're tossing gang signs in the coochie.
Yeah.
The weight of the other person's body, the woman's body, was on my hand because it
Oh.
was like under her ass.
Sure.
And I was doing whatever I was doing. And it really hurt. And I was like, it was distracting. And then I was like, whatever, I'm gonna just like
Power through.
thug it out. Yeah. And then it got to a point where I was like, I think my fucking finger's about to fall off. Like, this shit hurts. And I had to like rip my hand out from
You've been
under.
meaning to break me off, dude.
Yeah, exactly. But luckily,
Have you ever
Ring is
punched
intact.
someone while wearing it?
yes.
Oh, hell yeah.
Did it
Good
leave
question.
a building mark like in their forehead?
Yes. It actually, I think I only did it once because I learned my lesson.
It's like a deadly weapon, I'm sure. At a certain
Well,
point.
and then I hurt my hand pretty
right.
bad. But it was this dude outside of Home Sweet Home. It was a very long time ago.
Different
and
era.
I remember it was snowing.
Everyone has their home sweet home era.
Yeah. I didn't have a Home Sweet Home era, but I have been there a few times. And it was a very long time ago. No, God bless Home Sweet Home, I guess, because it's still there.
It's somehow still
I know,
there.
right?
But yeah, so I don't know.
It's a real house of bricks, dude.
I hit this dude, like, maybe in the side of his head, and my hand was destroyed immediately. But he had like a hole.
Yeah.
And it was snowing, I
He had
remember.
some fucking brains in apartment 17.
Yeah, so there was shit hanging off of it.
He really punched a hole in his head.
Yeah. And
Gave
fucking...
the motherfucker lobotomy.
And I realized, I swear to God, it was snowing, so it was mad dramatic. There was like blood in the
Cinematic.
snow and shit. But
It was like Kill Bill.
I swear I thought I saw, like, because I jumped in the cab like right after, but I
Smart.
swear I looked at him and I thought I saw like a diamond in his head. And I was like, yo, I think. And I was like, no, I'm probably just drunk and stupid, whatever. And I get in the cab and I'm looking at the ring and there's like flesh hanging off it. And I realized 2 diamonds are gone. And I was like, yo, I think I really left a diamond in this dude's head.
His skull.
And the driveway was bent. And like the whole shit was fucked up. He was like, ship it to Paris and I'll fix it. And we looked into insuring it. And he was like, you know what? I'm going to fly my man to New York.
Oh, wow.
He's going to just get it and fly it back because it's cheaper than shipping it. So we did that.
So
and
this victim of your lobotomy
Yeah.
was actually a beneficiary in that he fucking walked away with 2 diamonds.
he came up.
Some party favors.
I mean, they're watch diamonds. They're probably not, I bet that diamond's worth like $20.
It's not a Tiffany's.
Yeah.
Nah, it's not. Tiffany diamonds are very
but
expensive.
normally you got to pay for a lobotomy. You don't get paid to get one. So
That's true. That's
came
true.
up.
Well,
He
that rings
did come
me
up.
with you through thick and thin. Speaking of thick, let's talk about this hoodie you had to peel off.
That's the Look Studios hoodie. Those are my guys. That's like my go-to hoodie. They make great hoodies.
shout out Look Studio
Yeah,
with 2 Q's.
that's right. It's actually pronounced LQQK. It's like
It's like a paw. It's like a paw situation.
Exactly.
And then the outerwear today, this fleece.
Oh, that is a purple North Face Trans-Antarctica fleece from the year
I was
1990.
gonna say I don't see Supreme
Also
on
from
that
8th
one.
grade, like
Yeah,
Also, yeah, from
Word?
around 8th grade. I've had that forever. I wore it on television. Another thing that got ruined for me by a famous person because Kanye wore an orange one in some paparazzi
Really?
photo. Yeah,
is he your John's ruiner if he wears something you
Yeah.
fucking hate it?
everyone is. If anyone wears anything, I get very upset.
Damn, I'm glad I didn't wear any South to West 8 today.
Yeah, for real. That's the whole man. The panties got fucked up for me too because all those
Supreme?
not because all those kids start wearing the Needles tracksuits
right.
first.
But that's
It's like-
that's
yeah.
a singular John. No one else really tapped into needles except for the fucking stripey with the butterfly.
There's you see some kids
more
wearing
New
like
York, but I mean, I still more side with you where it's not cooked or anything.
it's not cooked, but it fucked it up a little for me. Like I'm not wearing my like fuzzy Needles cardigans anymore. Although cardigans are kind of out for me now anyway.
Oh, maybe I'll bless you with a cardigan after this. Straight from Thornton Fitz, checks downtown. Only a few thousand exist in the world.
Yeah.
All right. I did recently get a Arpentour cardigan that like kind of changed
These
my
are
mind a
tasteful
little.
brands.
Yeah,
Arpentour.
you're a John's
Orslo,
enthusiast, bro.
The cap to
Yeah.
finish it all off.
Yeah.
Oh, this is another employees only special. It is the Excellent Pork Chop House employees only hat. I've been going to Excellent Pork Chop House since I was like a kid. It's on Doyers off Bowery. It's a Taiwanese spot, and none of them speak English, so I've never really had a real conversation with any of them.
So how'd you
but
secure the cap?
Yeah. What's the
there's like
process
a
there?
mutual. Well, I don't know. I was just kind of like, yo, I want one. And he was like, oh, like they love me in there because I've been going forever. And
They've seen you grow up.
this was not long after. I went there with this Chinese girl once, and the guy was mad excited that he could finally talk to me, and he was like,
translator.
Yeah,
Tell me your story.
Yeah, right. Like, what's your name, bro? Like,
yeah. Nah, he was telling the girl, he was like, yo, this guy's been coming here for like forever, and she was like, yeah, and he was like, tell him
I saw
he's
him wear those Solomons from day
yeah,
one.
exactly.
He's in the same fit.
I've been wearing them every
30
day
years later.
since 8th grade. But yeah, whatever. We had a little talk, and then after, like maybe a few days later, I was like, "Yo, give me a hat, man." And it worked
And he
out.
obliged.
And the rest is history, dude.
That's right.
Shout out excellent pork chop. Is the pork chop excellent?
It's definitely excellent, and it's like a $5 meal. It's a really good meal. It's a pork chop over rice, and then
Is it like
has,
is it like red? Is it like tinted red?
well, yeah, kind of. They fry it.
It's a reddish hue.
It maybe has a reddish hue. There's a lot of MSG in it. They actually advertise MSG on their menu, which I think is sick.
As they should, dude.
Yeah.
But usually
more
it's like
delicious.
Super salt.
yeah, I mean MSG is great. I was just talking about this last night. The stigma against MSG
It's
is
racist, bro.
outdated and ridiculous.
You have to eat like in one sitting this entire apartment full of MSG for it to actually give you cancer.
That's true. And
Cancer?
I would love to try that one day.
Wait, that's the beef? Is that it gives you cancer?
I think
Yeah,
it's
because,
that.
again, consume like
It is
metric
literally a
ton of it.
carcinogen.
It's also that a lot of people are allergic to it. They say, which is just like,
like
like
people are allergic to gluten. Like
exactly.
That. Okay,
it's white
okay.
people's excuse to not eat things.
Yeah.
Just eat things.
Yeah.
Just eat
Especially when
things.
it's an excellent motherfucking pork chop.
It really is excellent. And sadly, they changed the name to Taiwan Pork Chop House recently.
Oh, damn.
Not recent, maybe like 3 years ago, because I asked when I was able to have a conversation with the guy. I was like, "Why'd you change your name?" Because Excellent Pork Chop House is an incredible name.
Absolutely.
And he was like, "Because we're Taiwanese, and Taiwanese people are like historically persecuted and shit on." And he was like, "I'm just proud to be Taiwanese." And I was like, "Okay, that's
Respect.
totally fair."
Let me get another hat.
Yeah.
The hat says, I didn't know what the hat said either until I was in Shanghai.
Yo, this white boy eats pork chop.
Crazy ass white boy.
Nah, I was in Shanghai and we had translators, and the girl was like, "Why do you have that hat?" And I was like, "What do you mean?"
What
And
does
she
it
was
say?
like, "Why do you have a hat that says Taiwan snack?" And I was like, I don't know. Like,
Oh, that's kind of risky wearing that in mainland.
Yeah, for real.
it's true. I got away with it.
Yeah. Like this crazy ass white boy taking on President Xi.
Damn. All right. I think that is a complete. All grievances have been aired.
Yeah, I
And we're
think so.
drinking
All-
Greenpoint's finest tap
Yeah.
water.
Yeah, I love
you are
water.
a fan of martinis and Mexican beer, but you're hitting the gym after this. I
Right.
didn't realize you were so fucking jacked. Now I
Yeah.
know how you got that way.
I go to the gym.
Podcast.
Well, they address this on the Yachty episode of Chillin Island. They go through the stats a little bit. Your
A little
height and
bit.
Your brolickness.
Yeah, Yachty,
You say your weight. I think you say you're. What do you say? You're like you're 160. You said.
I'm slightly over 160 now.
You bulked up a little bit.
Yeah, and I'm very short, so it's
the short king of Queens.
There you go.
yeah.
Well, let's talk about Chillin Island on HBO Max. We have seen the Young Thug episode, the Yachty episode, and the Lil Tecca Ezra episode, where you basically take guests out into like the wild, the wilderness, and you do like wilderness activities and shit.
Hmm.
It gets pretty fucking gnarly. I mean, the series opens with a doom buggy car crash. Was there ever a moment while filming Chillin Island that you thought you might die?
Yeah, I mean the goal of the show for me is to die on television.
Fire.
Sick.
That
Did
was
you die?
Gigi Allen
Did you
shit.
die in season 1?
I didn't die yet in season 1, but there's a secret, and the secret is that we're not done shooting season 1 yet.
Oh, okay. Breaking news.
What do you do? Take someone to the fucking Gowanus Canal?
Yeah.
Like, we're in New York.
We had like a little incident, and we have to do a pickup shoot.
Oh, shit.
I don't know if I
So
should.
you could still die.
I think
You
that's
could
okay.
still die.
I could still die, and I'm gonna try.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, I think I might.
What
die.
was then the singular most scary moment? Was it the flip of the
It was
dune
that
buggy?
flip because
Which was your
real.
fault, by the way. You're behind the
it
wheel.
was totally my fault. Well, let's get into that. First of all, yes, it was real, and it was an accident, and Dap almost died
Really?
because
Was he not buckled in?
he was not buckled
Wow.
in, and the roll cage of the buggy landed on his hair and pinned him down.
Oh,
But had it landed an inch lower, it would have blew his head up.
oh
like
my
he would
God,
have died.
bro.
So that was whack.
You don't say.
At what point, like, was that early on in shooting season 1? Because it's the first episode, but obviously
Yeah.
out of order.
It was, I think that was the 3rd episode we shot.
How shook was Dap from that happening? Or did he pop up and he's like, yo, let's keep going?
He was good. We kept going. I mean, that was right before Thug showed up too. So, and I mean, like the way the episode plays out is pretty true to how it went down. Like we just crashed the shit and then Thug showed up and we were like, oh, like all of us were kind of out of it. And we were just like,
Remember you were in a car wreck.
yeah. But yeah, that was
way to make a first impression. It's like if you showed up here to a car wreck and we're like, oh, let's go.
Lawrence was like,
like we're gonna show you how to do this out here. Like, don't worry about that shit. Whatever. But it wasn't totally my fault because the guy who like owned the land we were shooting on was kind of like. Granted, I drove a bunch of weird vehicles in this show.
For the whole season.
Yeah, I'm the only one of the 3 of us who drives. So.
What was that
Typical city
Kanye
kid shit.
What was that
Yeah.
fucking the swamp one with
Yeah.
Yachty where like
It's called a swamp buggy.
Looks like an ATT from Star Wars or some shit. It's
I
crazy.
guess they're like common down there in the swamps, and people build them themselves and make try to have the craziest
like
swamp
a transformer
buggy.
or some shit. Literally.
Yeah, it's ill though. You could just drive right through fucking water with it, but that was broken. So I get in the shit and he's like, here's how you drive the shit. And I like hit the gas and it just gets stuck immediately. And I'm like using my foot to like try to kick the pedal up and we're going towards a tree. And I'm just like, yo, what the fuck? Like this shit is broken. Yeah. And I mean, if that shit flipped over, we'd be fucking dead.
That was what, like 12 feet?
I don't know, something like that. There's a fucking staircase to get up into the seat.
the duplex.
Yeah.
But then whatever, like I got the gas like unhooked, and then I was like, yo, this shit is broken. He was like, yeah, it's broken. Like you're gonna have to just keep doing that. And I'm like, all right.
What is the insurance like on the show? Like Yachty also almost gets into an ATV wreck like immediately.
That's
when
true.
when he lost his grill. Like
Yeah.
maybe that's why you haven't been paid because you got to fucking the premiums.
I imagine, I don't know, I try not to get too involved in that stuff, but I'm sure we are very well insured and everything is.
Did Yachty ever find his grill?
Yeah.
No, he didn't.
Oh damn.
Did any of the yokels find it?
Well,
I saw some guy digging in the mud.
during the credits, you are
Some little kid.
a little kid finds it in the thing, but
HBO hit me to the next episode.
Yeah.
Bro. You know how they do that.
Was there ever a moment while filming the season where you thought one of the guests, one of the artists you have on might die? Lil Tecca looked a little green in the gills.
Yeah, but I never thought he was gonna die. There's when he's moving from our boat onto the rescue boat, and that guy falls in. That guy was a medic. He actually fell. Like,
That guy was
I
a
don't
medic?
know. Yeah, he was
I thought he was one of the drunk locals.
Nah, he was the medic, and I don't know why he just fucking.
That was a very stressful moment, at least the way it was edited.
It was.
It's like, yo, is this guy going to drown?
No, it was mad stressful because the fucking engine, but the boat was on, and he fell like basically into it, and his phone is at the bottom of the ocean. Like that shit got lost.
And then if he gets chopped up, that's chum in the water for sharks. You know?
Exactly. So then they come for us. I thought that guy was maybe going to die, but he was not one of the guests.
Audience at home, if you have not watched Chillin Island, but you love fucking carnage, you got to fucking tap in, dude. This shit is
Near-death
crazy.
experiences. This is like Faces of Death.
Yeah, for real,
The
dude.
seaplane, I thought someone could have died because that shit was just, I never been on a plane like
That
that.
was a little fucking
Yeah, like a
jank
dinghy.
little vehicle.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to think of other near death experience. Dap fell off a horse.
Bro, he Christopher Reeves himself?
Yeah.
Was he still concussed from the dune buggy? Like,
No, it was a different episode, but it was sadly it wasn't on film because we were like basically learning how to ride horses, and
Wait, is the tower falling real or is that a bit? When he okay, that's real. All right, good. All right, moving on.
it's real.
That's real.
It's real.
Honestly, but the fact that I'm questioning it,
it's the magic
Yeah.
of TV, bro.
That's how you-
It's not
yeah.
TV, it's HBO.
Yeah,
She had
exactly.
on- what we've seen after 3 weeks is Thug, Yachty, Lil Tecca, and Ezra Koenig, the homie.
shout out Ezra.
And we know that we have Gunna, Coyle Roy. How do you say her name? I don't even know. And who else?
Coyle Ray,
Coyle Ray.
the
Chick
daughter
that was dressed
of,
like the fucking Matrix.
Yeah,
looking all
exactly.
crazy.
Yeah.
The bug from
whatever.
from Men in Black.
she's Benzino's daughter.
Oh, what?
Yes.
Word?
It's not talked about much. I probably shouldn't talk about it, but I mean, it's a known fact.
She had a big
of
TikTok
course.
song.
Yeah, I'm sure it's on our Wikipedia.
It is everywhere,
Yeah.
but I think she doesn't like talking about it for whatever reason. So I'm probably a dick.
You know what
for
they should call her?
talking about it.
Instead of despot,
Benzina?
nepotism. No, that doesn't work.
Wow, fucking stuck the landing on that one, Jim.
That's nepotism. You're right, man.
Well, what were the other guests?
After
Got Gunna.
yes,
Mentioned Gunna, yeah.
Gunna, Ski Master Slump God is next. He was actually the pilot, so we shot that before we knew where the show was gonna
Oh, and
end up.
who else is on the finale with Coil Ray?
Rosalia.
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 She's great. I really like her as a person. I had never met her before, and
She
she's
seems like a
cool.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Who's your?
You know her dad, right?
Nah.
Ricky Martin. No, I'm kidding.
That's just
I was gonna go for that. It might have been.
People
racist.
don't talk about it, you know.
Yeah.
Who's your dream guest to have on the show? That wasn't on in season 1.
Yeah.
There's so many. Like, I don't know. I get asked this a lot. Think about it a lot. I mean, my dream person to kind of involve in the show was Steven Wright. So that was huge for me that we got him to narrate.
You guys have a similar timbre.
Could you actually settle an argument? We were talking about Steven Wright, and I was like, yo, we should ask Despot his favorite Steven Wright one-liner. And he was like, there's no way that he knows one off top. Do you?
Man. Shit.
Great podcasting.
Fuck.
This is just great podcasting.
You're making me
right now.
look yo, what the fuck, dude?
I know tons of them. I'm just trying to pick one.
Like,
But he was always like, the show wouldn't happen unless he was the voice of God.
yeah, it's so perfect.
Yeah, I mean, it was actually me first, and he's like the father to my style, kind of.
Yeah, sure.
You
I
bit his
do.
whole shit.
Yeah.
He's your old dirty bastard. Yeah.
I mean, I'm trying to think of like good one-liners. I like when he says in The Appointments of Dennis Jennings, which is like one of his shorts, he says, it's not really a one-liner, but I like it. It's he says, I always wanted to meet my real stepfather. And then he's like, he goes into it. He's talking to a psychiatrist, and he's like, my biological parents won't tell me who he is. And it's great.
Damn. Bangers only, man.
Was meeting him like the best or the most like starstruck moment you had while filming the season?
I haven't met him in person.
Oh, really?
But because he lives in Massachusetts, and
What's his address?
Big
it's
Barstool guy. Barstool Steven.
yeah, he's a frequent guest on Barstool podcasts and such. He did everything over Zoom, so like I sat in on all the narration sessions. He was in the studio, and like as he was doing it, he kept like stopping and being like, this writing is amazing and bizarre.
Because
Like,
you wrote
I
he wrote
it.
the
Yeah, so
lines.
I was just like, this is the fucking guy who like is the guy, and he's saying that to me. And
The
it's
ultimate
just-
cosign.
Yeah, it was crazy, and I want to do more shit with him. And
He's a legend for sure.
Yeah,
Do you think Chillin Island is the show on HBO where the most weed is consumed on set?
everybody thinks that, and I keep on reading like tweets and shit that are like, these guys are so high, but I don't smoke weed. And everybody thinks I'm high all the time, like for my entire life. Like
This is your
people-
natural constitution.
This is just me. And like every time I've ever answered the phone in my life, people are like, did I wake you up? And I'm just like, no,
You did say when we were scheduling today's episode, you were like, I'm good anytime, but please God, nothing in the morning.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really fuck with mornings.
You're not a morning person.
But like if you call me at 7 p.m. and I pick up the phone and you say, did you just wake up? And you know me, like a lot of these people are like my friends. And I'm like, my man, like I talk this way. Like what is wrong with you?
This is how I was born.
And then when I meet new people, they're like, whoa, shit, you mad high right now. And I'm like, no, man. I did smoke, a lot of weed and everything else when I was younger, but I don't. Like, I very rarely smoke weed. Lex doesn't really smoke weed. Dap doesn't smoke weed.
So maybe
that-
this is the HBO show where the least amount of weed is consumed on set. Actually,
it might be.
Was the trio, because you guys have known each other for so fucking long and like
Not that long.
oh,
Not
really?
that long?
Well, they have. Lex and Dap have.
But how
I
long
mean,
has Chillin' on the radio show been going?
12 years or something. I've known them for that long. That is
Yeah,
long.
that's a long time.
Was
All
it
right,
easy? Did you guys kind of like immediately shift into like show mode where you kind of like had a process going, or did it take a minute to like hit your groove?
I don't know if we hit our groove yet. I mean, like, the radio show has always really been like, it's like we show up and we just talk and whatever the fuck. Like, it's kind of a mess. And I don't feel like the TV show is that much different. I mean, obviously, like, there's a big crew and there's a lot more going on, but...
And it's edited, right? Versus like a free-flowing conversation.
Right. But it's still kind of...
The banter to me feels like loose and real, right?
Yeah.
Which
It's like
not
actual questions you would like bring up with your friends.
Yeah, there's no scripting ever. There's the only like direction is like, maybe you guys should try to do this.
Yeah.
And like we might, you know. But yeah, I don't know. I guess it's working, but it's a lot of like, you know, it's just us walking around and talking to somebody, and then later on I have to figure out like how am I gonna, you know, contextualize it using like narration and shit like that. So it's more of like a polished product. And I guess maybe that's where we hit our stride, is like when it's like done and we could be like, okay, let's make it kind of make sense.
Right.
I don't know.
It's a work in progress, clearly.
Yeah, we're figuring it out.
Well, it seems like you guys have kind of settled into like on-screen roles where you're kind of just like chilling in the back. Lex is always like off doing something crazy.
Yeah.
Dap too. Like, was there ever your co-host Dap and Lex, were they ever too grossed out or too shook to try something that like you thought would have been a good idea, or maybe like the HBO or the crew was trying to push on you guys?
I don't think so.
Lex ate a bug.
Yeah, Lex ate a bug, and then he actually ate a live bug off camera just for fun,
Just to do it.
And Thug, the reason he ate the bug is because Thug was like, if he was holding a bug or something, playing with it, and Thug was like, if you eat that bug, I'll give you $500. And Thug was like, oh, okay. I mean, Lex was like, all right.
Did
I'll
he have
eat
the cash
bug.
on him?
No, he didn't pay.
What? You didn't pay? Thug owes Lex $500?
Yo, what
Yeah.
the fuck?
I don't
for
think
an invoice.
I don't think it
Venmo.
was. I think it was just, you know, slipped his mind probably. But I think that the $500 was pretty important to Lex, whereas to Thug, it was like, you know, oh, you're gonna eat a bug? Cool, I'll give you $500.
Is Lex
Okay.
still like tight on that?
I don't think he's happy about it. He had to eat a
He
bug.
needs to just send
you
a
know?
Venmo request.
Right.
That's
He
what
does.
you get Thug's Venmo.
I don't think. Yeah, Thug, if you're listening, maybe just
Young Thug too.
Though I doubt he has Venmo, just like when you ask him or someone's asking him what he cooks. He's like,
Right.
it's me, bro. I'm fucking
Yeah,
cook.
he doesn't cook. He probably.
How do
I'm Young Thug. I don't cook.
How'd you guys pitch him to be like on the show?
Or
We
any of his
did.
rappers.
I mean, I know a bunch of them. Like, you know, from whatever, being a rapper, I guess, or a guy.
You guys all know each other, obviously.
We all know each other. Rappers.
So you text Thug and you're like, yo, I'm doing
Nah,
this thing.
Thug was came through Alara because his manager, who's also named Jeff, was like talking to Josh about Uncut Gems, and I think Thug came to the Atlanta premiere of it or something. So they had like a relationship, and then we just did a Zoom call. It was me, I think Josh and Sibo, Thug, and his manager, and it was like, all right, like I'm gonna convince this guy to be on this TV show.
Was it a hard sell or was Thug into it?
Nah,
Huh?
he was like, sounds cool.
Who's turned you guys down, if you could say, that you were like, you went out to and they're like, nah, I'm not doing that shit.
I mean, a bunch of people.
Do you make it clear when you're talking to them how like we're gonna put you in an uncomfortable
Yeah.
environment?
This is gonna suck. You're gonna not
Yeah.
have a good time.
Like, yes and no. I mean, it's like, you know, we're just saying like it's a wilderness adventure show, and you can make of that what you will. Like,
So Kanye didn't want to go to the Amazon.
we haven't spoken to Kanye yet, but
Travis Scott, I don't think he's taking calls right now.
Yeah, he's a little preoccupied.
Travis turned us down.
Oh shit.
Probably
Probably better because you might have had to cut that episode due to
That's
fucking
true.
public pressure, dude.
That's true. It probably wouldn't fly right now.
What about from HBO's side? Was there anything filmed in this premiere season that you guys loved, but HBO was like this, whether it's the legal team,
No,
they were like, this could not be aired?
nah, they've been really great. Like
Besides not paying you.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think that. I don't know if that's their fault.
You know,
Yeah.
you need
It's not. Shout out
you know who
HBO.
the king
It's
of
not TV,
the
it's
follow up
HBO.
on the invoices is this guy right
Yeah,
here.
bro,
you
dude.
need this guy to fucking
Yeah, if
chase
you
down your
could,
money.
you could be like my business manager. I don't have one.
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna get one.
You should.
I have an accountant.
You'd be
but
Right,
pawning,
I mean-
you'd be pawning your Tiffany links like in 2 weeks if
Yeah.
Lawrence was your business
Yeah,
manager.
dude.
That's fine.
We-
I think
we'd
I'm
be
done.
BMF
You
style.
know, I'm ready to like crash and burn already. So It's fine.
You want a down camera?
Yeah, you want
Yeah.
the downfall.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to like get all the ingredients for like to just
a full-on public meltdown.
Better to burn out than to fade away,
exactly.
right?
Yeah.
Jordan said that.
But yeah, HBO's been cool. They kind of let us do what we want, and they've been mad supportive and whatever.
No spoilers, but I don't want to get into the nitty gritty of the business. That's something I'll talk about with their business manager over here. But
Okay, thank you.
Appreciate that.
in a
Juice.
world where there is a season 2 of Chillin Island, how do you envision season 2 evolving from season 1?
Have you thought that far?
Of course. I mean, I it's hard to say specifically. I think there's a lot of things that we learn in practice that like we now know like we have to change. And I think a lot of it is like it's more like just dumb internal, like boring internal shit. Like the way we
Logistics.
communicate ideas and the way like who has oversight, and like
The little things.
yeah.
Are you like the boss when it comes to like the talent? Like you like, and does that ever get like to be an issue with Dap and Lex where you're like, yo, you guys got to do this, and you feel like you're a boss?
I mean, I'm an executive producer on the show, and in life, I am an executive producer. I'm generally the boss in anything and everything I'm involved in. So that,
Is that tough with friends though?
nah, I don't think, and it's not, I'm not ordering Dap and Lex around, honestly. Like, they could do whatever they want. Like, if they do something
And they're pretty
really
guys.
dumb,
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, they're cool. I mean, there's been maybe moments like maybe after an interview where I'm like, yo, you need to, you know what I'm saying? Don't
say that or say more.
don't say that.
Who's had the biggest diva moment? Was it you?
I don't have diva. I'm not a diva, I don't think.
So who had the biggest diva? Of the three of you. Or was it one of the sassy
It depends on there. It depends on like the softies are not divas. They're great.
On the record. to be
Sibo is
clear.
great. Everyone on the production side is great.
Shout out to Laura. Send us some
Yeah.
dad caps.
Yeah.
Thank you to Alara for everything you've done for me.
He's reading this off a note
I was gonna say he's got no card, bro. It's a hostage video.
I don't know. I guess of the three of us, if anyone has been a diva, it's me, because I kind of have to. Because like there have been moments where I'm like, you guys just put us in this fucking in the dream hotel. Like, we're not doing this. Like, we need, Sunset Tower bare minimum. And
You love a martini.
Yeah.
I do love a martini and I love a shrimp cocktail. But like that type of shit, like I had to write into the contract, like, do not fucking try to book us a coach plane ticket. Like,
Right.
whatever. And there have been moments where people are like, what? Who cares, man? Like, what's wrong with you?
I care, motherfucker.
I care.
That's what you need a business manager for.
Right.
To set the terms
Yes.
that everyone can agree on.
Yeah, and then you have a scapegoat.
Right. Well, we did that. So now but that's what I'm saying. I had to
You have to fight for your people.
I had to flex a little to be like, you have to give us these comforts.
Did you get a wardrobe budget?
Ooh.
Wardrobe is something, I mean, I'm a fucking outdoors gear guy. I got a lot of this shit. So a lot of what I end up wearing on screen is just my clothes. But
Did you ruin anything? Like any grails?
I did fuck up some stuff. I fucked up. I mean, it's like shit that, like, I have these vast sundowners that I've also had since 8th grade, and I destroyed them in Utah. And I kind of, it's more sentimentality, because you can still buy those. The new ones suck because they're like made in China, but whatever.
Not
Dan Vasquez on notice, bitch.
They were made in Italy originally.
Dolomites, bro.
Yeah. But there's not like a set budget that I know about. I mean, I'm sure there is, but I don't know what it is. But my man, Sam,
You want to be dripped out in full Montclair head to toe?
yeah, exactly. But there has been really good gear on the show, and that is like almost 100% thanks to my man Sam at Meridian Hudson. It's a store in Hudson that has honestly like the best curated clothing, like menswear in New York for sure. So he's giving us like Orslo and like Meanswhile, like real like what else did he give us? I don't know, like Japanese shit.
So who had the best fit on the show then, in your opinion?
Me, always.
Not even in question.
Yeah. It's actually, you know what? Thug in the desert.
That was funny. He's
Maybe.
just like, yeah, I'm hot as hell, bro.
But that shit was
That poncho was fire though.
Yeah, the poncho the full leather
it had
cowboy
like
shit.
glittery little bits in it. That's all his shit too. That's Spider Worldwide. He made that.
That was his poncho.
He made the whole outfit. Yeah, the hat was bought. I
Right,
think.
the
but,
cowboy.
Yeah.
But the leather pants, that's Spider.
Yeah,
World?
that was all Spider. The shirt I think was an old Prada shirt, but that was just under the jacket. You barely saw that.
He had a bolo tie too, right?
He did, which might have also been like Prada or something.
Damn, shout out fucking Thug, dude.
Also, shout out to Miyako, who also
Oh, she
who-
helped out.
Yeah, she did
Legend.
wardrobe and is a legend. And shout out to Bruno too, who helped out. Bruno DeCorsia, who is like
There's a lot of heavy hitters on this show, man. I guess that's the Alara difference, right?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, these are all
your homies.
it's like
Yeah.
my people. Yeah, Bruno's my man. Miyako's my man. Fucking Sam is my man.
What was your
Whatever.
besides First Class in the Sunset Tower and Shrimp Cocktail? What was like your rider on set?
There was no rider.
Really?
I mean,
What was your rider when you used to perform?
I've had funny riders. They're all pretty modest though. Like I never really cared about that shit. It's like I need water, a lot of water.
Shrimp Cocktail.
Yeah.
No shrimp cocktail. Although I have seen a shrimp
I was
cocktail
at
in the
Shrimp
green
Cocktail at
room.
Santos Party House.
They make
By the
it
way,
good.
speaking of Lobotomies, I got fucking brained at Santos
Oh,
one
yeah.
night.
That's your good Santos story.
Damn.
Yeah.
Who
You
did
saw
it?
Rocky's
I didn't see
second
him.
or third show, right? In New York?
Was
And-
it
It was
the
Rocky's
Rocky
show
and
at New
Perp
York
thing?
Fashion Week.
Yeah, Rocky and Space Goes Perp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I booked. That was my concert series called Shortcuts. That was number
Yes.
one. Yeah.
You were there.
Sick.
And he got punched in the face outside.
I fucking
Drake was
brained.
there too. That
Really?
was where Drake
Yo, was it
like
Drake?
found Rocky. Yeah.
You think Drake hit me?
There might have been Drake.
Would Drake be on Chillin'
There was
Island?
controversy. Oh yeah. I mean, Drake is a producer on the show.
That's right.
Oh, shit.
I
Okay.
mean, Drake is a second-hand producer
Right,
on the
right,
show
okay.
because Dream
Who's this
Crew
guy?
produces
Yeah.
it.
Got it.
Yeah. Dream Crew is his thing. So he is technically a producer on the show.
Right. Not to be confused with Dreamville, which is J. Cole.
Right.
Could
What did you
different
and Drake go to like
Yeah.
the Canadian tundra? Fucking hunt some like lynx.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah. All right. Write it down.
Well, I think that again, if anyone hasn't watched Chillin' Island, you need to immediately tune into the premiere episode with Thugger, in which all he does is drop. Besides getting huge fits off,
Yeah.
which apparently he all did himself.
Yeah.
All he does throughout is drop verbal gems. What was the one moment of Thug genius that stuck with you?
I mean, damn. I like first of all, like all his little like factoids, he always introduces them as a question. He's like, "Did you know this?" And I'm like, "Nah." And I like that because there's like a
It's like like an excitement.
exactly.
that he
And
wants to share
they're
with you.
all factually incorrect as well.
Yeah, I think so. But there's I like the sand one when he's like, there's more stars than sand.
That was very insightful.
Right. And then he elaborated and he was like, like a grain of sand. There's more stars. And that's very possible because the universe is infinite.
Exactly.
And if you're talking about grains of sand on the planet Earth,
There's a finite number.
there's a finite amount, and that's probably true.
And whether or not that's true or false, it has weight and meaning behind it versus like a cheetah has a small heart. It's like, incorrect.
Right,
They have
right.
big hearts.
And then guess what?
She does have big hearts.
He took that fucking snake and he threw it up into the infinite galaxies.
It's
Yeah.
true. And it turned into a star, of which there are infinite.
Yeah.
An infinite
Every star
amount.
starts out as a snake,
snake.
thrown by
Yeah.
Thug.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's true. Now that's
He also,
factual.
he really wanted to throw that snake. Like him mentioning.
He mentions it like 5 times.
Yeah. Like
Did he actually throw a snake?
No, I mean, we
Imagine.
can't.
Which is weird as a snake lover that he would want to toss them.
Well, he wants them to experience the joy of flight.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think it was, it wasn't
He's trying to hurt
a
this
malicious thing. It was
He's trying
like,
to free him from the surly shackles of this earth.
I assumed it was because he used to play quarterback, and I would imagine he's still very athletic and has an arm on him.
he
Maybe
did say, he said, this snake is balled up like a football. He wants me to throw it. That's exactly what he said.
Okay, then there you go.
Alec, big question time.
Oh,
Last
shit.
question I'm going to ask about Chillin' Island.
Okay.
How will you personally judge whether or not Chillin' Island is a success?
if we get season 2.
Okay. It's pretty fucking easy.
Are you reading any reviews or comments or anything? Or
I read some tweets, and the tweets are like overwhelmingly positive. Like out of like thousands, there's maybe like 5 negative ones. So that's a good sign.
Do those stick with you though? Do you fixate on the negative?
Not really. I don't care about shit like that much. But some people do fixate on those.
the one I saw was what your homie Alex posted. I follow him on Instagram. Was about some chick was in love with you, right? Or what?
Oh, right.
I forget.
Have you
what
gotten any pussy from the show?
Nah. I have not.
Not yet. Not yet.
Not
We
yet.
still got half the season to go here.
I mean, any pussy I get, you could, if you want to say it's from the show, you can. So I guess technically speaking,
Now moving forward, it's only because
it's
you were on
because
TV.
of the show. Yeah. So yes,
That's how you'll judge if it's a success or not. If you get some fucking punani
Some
off.
trim.
yeah. But
If you get your finger broken off for a second time.
exactly.
You left a diamond in the guy's head. You leave a finger in the fucking
I think like
boom boom.
I don't know if season two is like the obvious like measure of success
Benchmark, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like obviously there's a deeper one, but I don't know what it is at all.
I mean, just the fact that you
It just hasn't come to you yet.
It hasn't come.
just the
to
fact
me.
that your friendship of like what you have with Lex and Dap is on HBO.
Yeah.
Right, I have
Immortalized
HBO
forever.
a televised friendship. Yeah,
You can never take that away.
yeah, and hopefully
shit's gonna be the
one or
Library of
all
Congress.
of our deaths will be immortalized on
Yeah.
television.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, we
So-
got so close.
Yeah. Knock
There's
on
always
wood.
season 2. Something that was taken away from you was Santos Party House,
Mhm.
of which you were the co-owner of this legendary venue on where was like Canal and what?
It was on Lafayette, just off Canal,
Yeah.
between Walker and White, to be exact.
What was the wildest shit you saw go down there? Besides me get fucking knocked out.
I got a good one actually. Oh, I have a lot of good ones. That place was crazy.
Yeah.
We did not know what we were doing.
No, you didn't.
We didn't know how to run a nightclub. No offense to any of my partners. I think most of them would agree.
No offense to Andrew WK.
Andrew knows we didn't know what we were doing. And he would be cool with me saying this, but there's maybe 1 or 2 guys who wouldn't. But anyway, probably like the one that stands out to me, just because I didn't know. Do you guys know what a circuit party is?
A what?
It's a gay thing, and like
Sex party?
yeah, more or less.
Okay.
I still am not totally clear on what it is, but
Okay.
I remember my friend Ashlyn, who is the DJ Total Freedom, texted me one night from Santos. I was not there, but I was like downtown somewhere, and he was like, "Yo, why didn't you tell me you guys have circuit parties? Like it's crazy in here." And I was like, "What's a circuit party?" And he was like, "You don't know what a circuit party is?" And I was like, "Nah." And he was like, "Come here." And I was like, "Okay." So I went over there, and I went to the basement where the circuit party was happening, and it's like just mad dudes in leather sucking each other's dicks.
Hell yeah.
Like maybe fucking like in the little booths
Right,
and
yeah.
the whatever. And I was like,
Little
this is
surreptitious.
sick. I was like, I love this. Like, I can't believe we're doing this. Like, this is okay. Like,
Total freedom.
exactly.
need
Total
more
freedom.
mops.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was wild though, and I don't know. That was like a big moment of like realization. The other crazy one, which like I definitely shouldn't talk about,
But we will.
But
but we
we're
will.
already here.
So okay, there was this party there every Thursday that I'd always see on the calendar that was called like Saint Venus. It was called,
Okay.
and I never went. But when I look at the end of night reports, it'd be like crazy money. And I was like, this party's great. Whatever it is, cool.
Keep it going.
Good for
And,
me.
yeah. And one night I was out with Sibo, actually, who works at Alara and is one of the producers of the show. And I was like, oh, our friend Benny was like, yo, have you ever been to the sex party at your club? And I was like, nah, what? And he was like, yeah, man, apparently it's like every Thursday you have the sex party. And I was like, I don't think so. And so we walked over, like, let's check out the sex party. It was Thursday. And the guy at the door, I'd never seen him in my life. And I was like, who is this guy? And I was like, hey, I'm Alec. I own the club. I just want to check out what's going on. And he was like, I don't know you. And I was like, I know. But I don't know you either, but I'm just going to go in. And he was like, well, can you call the GM? Because I don't know who you are. I was like, sure. So I call the GM. He comes out and he's like, yo, what's going on? And I was like, I don't just want to come in. Like, I don't know. And he was like, it's not really like, like
It's not your thing.
Yeah, he was like, exactly. He's
Trying
like,
to dissuade you.
You probably don't, like you wouldn't like it. And I was like, okay, but I want to see you. Like, I heard about it. What is this? And he was just like, nah, it's like, I don't know. And Sibo was wearing sweatpants. So then the bouncer, who I don't know, is like, he's not coming in with sweatpants anyway. And I was like, this is my club. Like, yes, he is. And whatever, it was like a whole thing. And finally go in there and it's like
sucking and fucking.
Yeah. It's like strippers, and they're all like strippers. Like there's a certain type of stripper that's probably from Howard Beach or some shit. And it's those.
Right.
And like they're just like jerking dudes off in the fucking banquettes and whatever.
So it's like a super budget, Eyes Wide Shut type situation.
Yeah, pretty much. Cause
the Walmart version of
whereas Eyes Wide Shut is like elegant with like
a masked Illuminati orgy.
Right. This is like a fucking dark, loud ass club. On like cum stained fucking banquettes and
everyone's slipping and sliding everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. Slipping and seeming, as it were. And fucking, I don't know, like whatever. I just looked around and I was like, I'm out of here, I guess. Like I don't know what to do with this. And that was wild.
To the GM, you're like, yo, you're right.
Yeah.
Wait, so where were they spending their money? I was just mad people going and buying drinks to like loosen up.
I think you like buy a bottle and like get your dick sucked probably. I don't know. I don't know what the rules were. The whole shit.
That's a fair trade.
Yeah, not bad. But the whole shit was clearly run by like this outside. Like I didn't know who the fuck these people were. Yeah.
Yeah. But you didn't know by design, let's be real.
For
Even
sure.
though clearly you're like, this rocks.
Yeah, it was sick. Cool. People sucking and fucking in the club. That's what I want.
That's what clubs are for.
I was just watching the 42nd Street Killer documentary thing, and they show Plato's Retreat in there, and that shit, like, I wish that still existed. Like
Santos was bringing back the old New York.
Yeah, we were trying. That's why we don't exist anymore. You know what it is now? It's a fucking axe throwing restaurant.
Really?
Yeah, it's insane. It's like some shit that like finance guys go to do team building exercises and throw axes.
That sucks.
It's crazy. It looks exactly the same.
Sounds like a neck beard corporate retreat type shit. Oh,
exactly.
Brutal.
It's called
probably like a lot of IPA, like 50 IPAs on tap.
Definitely.
Oh,
it's called Live Axe.
That is unfortunate.
Fuck, dude.
We'll always remember Santos, though.
Damn, nothing gold could stay, man.
That's right.
It's better to burn out than to fade away once again.
Yeah.
So we did a fit check at the beginning of the episode, and notably missing was any Ralph.
Zero low.
Because you are a low life.
Yes.
How much Polo do you currently own?
A lot. I still have everything. I still wear some of it from time to time, but as with everything else, I've talked about the fucking retro stuff that they did.
Oh, yeah, you probably hated that.
It's trash. It's like poorly made. It doesn't look like the original one, but then like I have the original one, and if I wear the original one, the layman will be like, you're wearing the thing that the 45-year-old graffiti writer who lives with his mom wears. And I'm like, that's not me though. Like I stole this shirt when I was a teenager, and it's still cool.
I was there. You wasn't there. I was there.
Exactly. They wasn't there. And even if they was there, most of them, they bought the new shit at Macy's that looks like shit, and they look dumb.
What amount of money do you think you've stole in just Polo?
Just Polo or clothing?
Polo.
Let's do both. Let's start with Polo and then we'll wrap it up.
I honestly have no fucking idea. But like some of those shirts, like this one silk blouse I have, for example, which is for women.
I was gonna say he called it a blouse. He called it a shirt blouse.
It is a blouse.
It's a blouse. Got it.
It
it buttons the other way. If it's a women's shirt, right?
Well, it's like a pullover silk. And
what the?
And it buttons like a polo.
Okay,
like there's 3 buttons, and I think it is on the women's side. And it's very long because like they probably think you're gonna like belt it or something.
Do you wear it just like with no underwear, just around the house?
do like a shake.
It's very comfortable.
Like a muumuu?
I actually wore that silk in my photo for like the Low Life's book that came out.
Oh, sick.
I'm like standing on my roof wearing this woman's silk shirt. It's a legendary piece in the
a big ticket
the
item.
pantheon of And there's a story actually. That's an 80s piece, so I did not steal it from the store because in the 80s I was a baby.
80s baby.
I am an 80s baby, and I was a baby in the 80s. But the story that like
This baby's still a blouse.
my man High Low told me this story. He's much older than me, original Low Life, and he said that because they were silk shirts, it's so easy to make it very small.
Yeah,
right.
Stuff in your
Like
pocket.
Crumple it.
they said they would shove it in their mouth because then it wouldn't.
That is...
Come on, dude.
I don't know
awesome.
if that's true, but he was like, it wouldn't set off the alarm if you shove it in your
That's a
mouth.
little suspect.
I mean, yeah, just
It also fit in your ass.
well, there's a lot of
like a goddamn magician, dude.
there's a lot of these like anecdotes about how like racking techniques that like I've never seen anyone do. I
What
don't
was
know
your
if they're-
preferred method?
Yeah.
I mean,
That mouth talk.
my shit was like get in the fucking fitting room and figure out a way to get the shit off and
Get the
put
tags,
it,
get the tags
yeah,
off.
and put it on under your clothes or whatever. And then the other thing was like the
Walk out looking
Lizzie,
like a Balenciaga model.
yeah,
Mad layers.
the Lizzie removers. There was a little hook. You could order the hook that is like it's like a spare part for the machine that they use at the cash register. It's just a hook. I actually have a solid gold one that I have made now, but you just pop that hook in a little hole at the top and it boop.
Game over.
And then there was like you go in there with some fucking pliers and pop it off and just hope it doesn't hit you in the eye. And like I don't know, mine was pretty brute force racking. I never did
No finesse.
yeah. But yeah, there's all
No
these
supple mouth stuffing.
never mouth stuffing. I heard like
Taking a bite into crime, dude.
well, Lizzie bags were a thing that's no longer effective. But Lizzie bags was like you line a backpack or a big purse or whatever with aluminum foil, and it would
So it wouldn't set off the
yeah,
regulars.
it wouldn't set off the alarm. There was Cafe Bustelo cans that people used to call Cafe Bustelo Cafe Bustelo because you shove something in there. Close the can. I've never seen anyone do that, but that is a thing that.
What were you racking besides low? Like North Face?
Yeah, all that shit.
So if you had to put a dollar amount on just
Yeah.
amount
I
of
think you
clothing
stolen over $1
ever
million in
stolen.
merchandise?
I doubt it. $1 million is a lot of money. I mean,
But these are big ticket items.
Yeah.
sure.
It's like $700.
There's a lot of blouses, dude.
Yeah, if you talk about like
Game blouses.
you got these sweaters that are probably sometimes $300, $400, $500 a pop, but like Polo never got that expensive. I do have this runway like leather jacket that I don't even know if they ever sold that. I don't remember where I got it.
You get it from the showroom.
Off a mannequin, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, shit. That was boosted as well.
Yeah, you could steal mannequin stuff, and sometimes that's the easiest shit because they just don't
There's no
expect you to
tax.
do
Right,
that.
right,
And yeah,
What's the most you've ever paid for a single Polo article of clothing? If you've ever paid
Yeah,
for
right.
it, ever.
I have. I mean, it would probably have been on the secondary market. Like I probably bought it off of somebody.
Yeah.
But damn, I don't really remember. Maybe what is known as the rings knit, which is a P-wing, like a cream P-wing sweater. It's like a light spring sweater. Has a big ass P-wing and some rings on the arms, which I don't think they remade, thankfully. I think I might have paid like $400 for that.
Oh, that's not bad at all. I thought,
Yeah, but
that's not real damage.
this is in like fucking the year 2000 when like people buying Polo on the internet started happening, and I was like, okay, so like whatever I don't have, I could find it, and like now I think if I put that shit on eBay, it'd be
Sure.
$3,000.
How many pieces are in your collection? Would you estimate?
I don't know, thousands.
Damn.
It's like it's a lot.
Is there one piece that you've never been able to acquire, like your white whale?
Yeah.
I don't have a tennis man, and I always really like the tennis man. The tennis man is like a short sleeve, like a camp shirt, and it's all over print of like just a big tennis court, and it's like old timey guy swinging a tennis racket.
The little fucking the rackets that have like the head like the size of grapefruit.
Yeah, exactly. And I have there are other pieces that became known as the Tennis Man, and I have those, but I don't have the Tennis Man.
The Tennis Man.
Yeah.
OG.
I like the Tennis Man.
Alec, did you always love the outdoors? Like, was this like a childhood thing, or did this love of the outdoors start when you first copped Ted Kazinski's tools and jawnz that he used while he was living off the grid? Unabomber.
The Unabomber, that's my man.
Yo, I mean, legend.
I don't, I wouldn't call myself an outdoorsman. I don't know if I even care that much about being outside, which is, I think, part of the humor or the soul of the show is it's like the rappers don't want to be there. I don't particularly want to be there either.
No, I don't really care about the outdoors. I just really want to talk about you buying Ted Kazinski's clothing and tools.
Yeah. So Ted,
free my man, dude. Free Ted.
Yo, he's
they just transferred him, right?
He's in dire straits.
Yeah.
He got transferred to a medical facility.
Damn.
So might not be
Ted
much
till
time.
Ted free.
Yeah.
Tell us backwards, bro.
Well, Ted is a bad guy. You have to acknowledge that in talking about Ted.
Caveat. Yo, Unabomber.
He's complicated, bro.
He is a complicated guy.
Yeah.
And he let his emotions get the best of him.
Well, he had a bad moment.
Right. And it was a 20-year moment.
Yeah.
But
mental health issues.
Yeah, mental health is real in this country.
it's true. And at that time, maybe people just weren't paying as much attention to it. That said, when I was in college, I read the manifesto, and I was actually in school for computer science. And
At SUNY Purchase.
Which has an amazing computer science program.
You famously built a computer out of spare parts from your kid.
That's true. That was when I was at City As School, where I went to high school.
City As School?
City As, which is a school in the West Village where you go if you just couldn't make it anywhere else.
But you were on the cover of the Metro section of the Times?
Yes.
That's true. That was a true fact.
That is true. That's true. And it's researchable.
We can find that.
You can find it.
That shit.
The picture is funny. I'm wearing a polo sweater. And I have like a goatee and a skinny mustache.
Were you wearing the Solomons?
Probably, but you don't see my feet.
Oh, damn.
Actually, funny thing, when the Times photographer came to my parents' house to take that picture of me, I was like, the computer is next to me and it's open so you could see the inner workings. And I just kind of sat next to it, like my hands in my lap. And they were like, can you fold your hands on top of the computer? And I was like, that's corny. Why? And they were like, because if you keep your hands where they are, they're not going to be in the photo. And then people are going to maybe think you don't have hands. And I was like, what?
Damn, you made a good argument. You sold me.
They were like, we don't want the story to feel like it's about how this kid with no hands built a computer. And I was like, are you serious?
Real
and they're like,
genius shit.
yes.
Would
They
not
were
make
like,
it into the article? Like, let's not bury the lead. The kid has no hands now? What?
but they really said that. They were like, people read shit into, like you got to just.
So, would you regret the hand placement? Would you rather
I kind of like it. Nah, I like it. It's the corniest picture
You got
ever.
to Photoshop in the ring.
Yeah, I should.
Damn.
The ring came later. Anyway, Ted, I was
right. You're at college.
I read his manifesto, and like one of the things he hated more than anything was computer science, and he targeted a computer science professor at Yale who lost his hand, who still I think teaches at Yale. Or
was he ever photographed in the New York Times?
Yeah. Is that what?
The Yale guy?
Yeah.
With no hands?
Probably.
Below the frame.
Probably was.
Can you move your stump out of the frame, please, sir?
I think he might have like a prosthetic.
Okay. Good for him.
He still was teaching at Yale when my friend went there for graduate school, like not that long ago. So maybe he's still there.
Right. Just fucking lefty loose, still kicking.
Yeah.
You know?
But anyway,
That's not victim shame.
I read the shit and I was like, this guy's cool and he's right. And and that honestly,
computer science. I'm a rap.
I mean, I was a computer programmer for like a big part of my childhood, and I taught myself all these programming languages, learned how to build computers by myself, and like
Out of scraps,
out of garbage, and like that was my shit. That's what I thought I was gonna do. And not that Ted Kazinski changed my mind completely, but I was in college studying computer science, read his shit. I was like, this guy's kind of right. And his whole shit was about like
great points.
Well, he was talking about how like, the advent of like people communicating with each other on computers was going to destroy like the social fabric of our
Right.
society. And
he,
it did.
He fucking nailed it, dude.
He really did, because this is before like even MySpace. I think like nothing was
Did you
around.
read the manifesto on the internet? Like, how did you?
No, there's a book.
Oh,
But you can read it on the internet, which is
but it was just like in the
ironic.
college library. I mean, like you just like took.
I ordered the book. I forgot why. I was like, I
And
want to know
that's how
about
you
this.
made
Yeah.
the FBI watch list.
Yeah.
I'm definitely on the FBI watch list because I had to. So yeah, so
For a few reasons.
well, fast forward to I switched my major to new media.
The bombs,
To,
explosives.
I switched my major. I'm rapping, and then I dropped out to like start touring and shit, whatever. And while I was on tour with Rat-a-Tat, we were actually, it's wild, we were actually in Montana, which is where the Unabomber lived. And I'm on the bus in Montana, like just fucking around online. And I find this FBI auction of the Unabomber shit. And I'm like, it's meant to be. I'm gonna bid on his shit. And I won.
How much did it cost you?
Not a lot.
Not a huge market. Yeah, not a huge market.
Sole bidder.
There were people bidding against me, but none of them went up too high. And the only one
They weren't
that was
rappers.
exactly the only one that was like a heated battle was his identification documents, which I have. I won them, but it's all his driver's licenses. He
Do
saved
you still have all
them.
the shit?
Huh?
You still have all
I
the
still
shit?
have it.
Is it like is it presented in a way in your crib or
No.
like how some would have sports memorabilia, like a basketball signed by Michael
Nah, it's like
Jordan
in the
baskets?
drawer, and then like all his clothes and
It's like some
shit.
batteries.
Yeah, his clothes are all in these bins. Like I just have. He
You
has
wear
some.
You ever
I
get a
have.
fit off?
I have. I wore. I was well.
You have good taste.
He made a lot of it. There's so much shit in there. Like there's crazy shit. Like there's a hood that he made that's like basically an executioner's hood, handmade, with like eyes cut out and a mesh mouthpiece. And then the edges are all finished. Like he finished the edges, and it's sick. Like it's
It's like some Kanye shit.
Yeah,
it
for
really
real.
is. It is exactly like it looks like that. So the crazy shit about that is there was this very popular website called unizod.com, which was all people discussing the theory that the Unabomber is the Zodiac killer.
Oh shit!
And it was a very popular theory for a while that the FBI debunked, but the FBI...
We now know it's Ted Cruz is dead.
I'm on it right now. It is a Japanese Apple.
Yeah.
Oh, and they actually
it's
just found
gone
out who
now.
the Unabomber was. Right? He just died. That guy.
No,
Or I mean,
Zodiac
excuse me, the Zodiac.
that
killer.
was a Zodiac, but I don't know. Anyway,
Okay.
the idea is the hood I have is exactly the hood that's in all of the pictures of the Zodiac killer.
Is it possible that Ted saw that and was like, "I'm going to make that"?
That's
'Cause
what
it
the
looks
that's
tight.
exactly that's
It was
what
on
the
his- it was on
FBI
his mood
said.
board.
Because obviously the FBI knows about this hood because they had it, so they were like, it wasn't. Yeah,
If it
like-
comes out that the Unabomber was also the Zodiac killer, he's the goat.
and then
I mean,
I'm
that's-
rich.
Yeah, right.
I'm fucking rich.
Yeah, that's the main thing here. But yeah,
What I was hoping for is on his deathbed, Ted Kazinski would be like, "I was a Zodiac killer, you fucking idiots." And then,
this was an investment opportunity for you to get the memorabilia.
Nah, I just wanted. He
Original
hates me. That's another
Wait.
thing.
Ted Kaczynski hates you?
You're on the list.
He definitely hates me because
You have all his shit.
yes. Well, in a later edit of his book, which has the worst title, his book is called Technological Slavery.
It's bad.
He in the foreword, he explains, he's like, I hate this title. It's not my title, but I can't deal with these people and whatever. That's the title. And then he goes into saying like, he was like, this edit is the best edit so far, but I don't have time to go through everything because I'm spending all my time in the law library because the FBI is trying to sell all my belongings and I have to stop them.
Bro.
So like, he's very mad that people have his shit and I have
Does he
maybe.
know it's you?
I mean, I'm one of the few people who has publicly said they have it. So.
Right.
Yo, if he ever gets out.
Yo, also Ted
Lock your
Kaczynski.
doors.
He's not getting out, but if you think about it, like there's got to be like devotees who are like, I'll send this guy a bomb. Fuck this guy. He's
Yeah.
got all your shit. Like, let's blow him up.
This technological
Yeah.
slave master.
Yeah.
Yo, Ted Kaczynski, if you're listening to the pod right now, tell your side, come on the pod. Tell us your side of the story. dog.
Yeah, and get better soon, man.
Yeah.
But I actually had to sign
Yeah,
a
well,
thing
soon.
with the FBI that says I will never attempt to communicate with him or anything like that because I think that
Have you ever?
no, of course not.
Well, they think you're like a group because you could be a groupie. right?
Exactly.
You're
So
like-
like if
you're
I
like-
start writing letters to him and he's like, you should maybe blow up,
You never like tweeted at him or anything? Never DM'd?
Never DM. He never responded.
He left you on red.
Left you on red. Yeah, dude.
Well, Ted Kazinski left an indelible mark on
Fire tangent.
20th century America.
Yeah.
You and your buddies, Isla McConan, Ezra Koenig, and
That's it.
Is that it?
It's 3. You're the final Infinity Stone. We've now interviewed everybody who's on Down for So Long.
Oh, shit.
You left an indelible mark on the 21st century with the classic track Down for So Long. Our question is Ezra's verse on Down for So Long the hardest verse of the 21st century?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Next question.
Do you think Ezra has the best verse on the song? Is it like what's like the Jay-Z Eminem song where like Eminem Renegade
Well,
would murder him on his own shit?
I don't
Even though it's a
know.
McConan
What song
song.
was that? McConan song, right?
What's a McConan
It's a
song? I'm just
McConan song.
trying to relate, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe. Ezra might have the best verse.
Money dancing with some goth teens.
It's pretty good. He ran that by me when he was writing it.
What was your reaction?
Are the kids saying schmoney dancing or
Pretty.
does Bobby Shmurda just have a lisp?
There was an alternate. I wish I could remember it. The original was not Shmoney dancing with some goth teens.
Doing
It
the
was-
nay with some goth teens?
It was
Like another dance?
It was Shmoney dancing, I think, but then it was something else that like didn't really work. And
With some cool beans.
Some ball teens?
I can't remember if I said like that's a little weird or if he was like, I think it's weird. What do you think? And I was like, yes, it's
that's
weird. Yeah, but something like that. I remember there was a consultation. I wish I could remember the original. I think it might have just been a reference that like people wouldn't have caught, and it was just like too much.
Doing the Harlem Shake with some fucking.
The verse is his verse is reference packed. You got the Olsons, you got Sarkozy, you got the Ray Bans, Hampton, etc.
Well, your lyricism, you know, you're a obsessive when it comes to just wordplay and lyricism, and in fact, almost to the point where your neurotic perfectionism, you've said, has affected your musical output.
Unfortunately for the people.
Did you have the same issues with Chillin Island?
No, because I mean, with the radio show, it was always just off the cuff, and it was like we're gonna just do this every Tuesday, whatever.
Yeah, just let it fly.
Yeah, and I definitely never was like worried about what it would end up sounding like.
So that philosophy you took to the show as well?
No. I think with the show, I mean, my output, thankfully, there are so many people involved that like, even if I were to say like, this one's not good, let's throw it in the garbage, they'd be like, first of all, no.
Yeah. Which is kind of what happened to your boy, Eddie Wong.
Right. That's true. Which is not to say I think we're putting out an inferior product. I think we did pretty well. And I think like we at least came very close to matching my vision. I don't know if we exactly hit it, but
season 2, that's what season 2 is for, right?
Wait, so how many songs are you sitting on?
A lot.
Like a lot? Like hundreds of songs?
I mean, yeah, I guess if you talk about since I started rapping, because I started rapping when I was 12 years old.
Word?
Yeah, I mean, it's
well,
a
since
lot.
you've been signed at least.
Since I've been signed. I mean, I've only been signed once, and that was to Def Jux, and that was in 2002. So since then, a few albums. I don't know. Most recently, I did a bunch of stuff with Yachty, and I hope it comes out somewhere.
Like more behind the scenes shit, or like
No, we did some songs,
tracks together.
Yeah. I have a song with RX Nephew that I want to put out.
Hell yes.
Yeah. I mean, I'm always working. It's just, like
you're Renaissance man.
A couple days after making a song, I'm like, this song sucks, which is why like
your collaborators take offense to that, or you're like, I'm bad. You're like,
nah, it's just me. I suck. Yeah, but like, Evan Mass from Rat-a-Tat has always produced all my shit, or at least has for a very long time. He also scored the show. He also is
the
now.
music is fantastic, by the way.
Yeah, he did a great job. He's also, he's producing for Kanye and like everybody now.
Wait, so is there a big song that like has blown up that like you would have had a verse on if you like gave yourself more credit, or has that happened ever?
I don't think so.
Do you want to put out music?
Yeah, I do. I like rapping.
Do you want to be a rapper? What the fuck?
I want to be a rapper one day.
One day,
I would like to become a rapper. I mean, it's a weird crossroads now. I'm grateful that like I was so lazy and or critical of myself that I managed to deprive myself of a music career. I think it works well for the show. Because I don't know if the show would have happened if I really had a rap career, and it would have been a different show because it'd be like famous rapper Despot goes out with famous rappers. This is more like these three guys we don't care about go out with people we care about, which I fuck with. Like I think that should be the dynamic. But yeah, I want to be a rapper. But like, you know, I'm 39 years old and I'm white. Like, it's not.
Now's your time. It's never too late, bro.
It's never too late. And I'm not saying it's too late. And I'll probably do it. But like, you know, that album, the hypothetical album might come out. But I can't say
Fingers
when.
crossed. I mean, the music you have put out, like it's few and far between, but it fucking slaps. Dude.
Thank you. But imagine ruining that with
a full album
of trash.
Of stinkers.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of sucking, let's talk sucking and fucking real quick in the meat and cheeks section of the podcast. I know we already know that you love fingering.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do.
For all our short kings out there listening, what are
man
some
loves to blast? Dude.
What are some dating tips or some pussy blasting tips you gleaned over the years?
You know, dating. I don't think I'm great at dating. I don't
They all think
like.
you're high. This is a guy high. He showed up high.
Yeah,
as fuck
exactly.
thing.
Like, why you show up? Yeah, high wearing cargo pants or whatever. I mean, I've never been a dater, although I have said to a lot of girls that I'm on dates with that I don't go on dates and I'm not good at it, and they'll often be like, "You're very good at dates."
Oh shit.
But I mean, what else are they gonna say? You know, they're not gonna be
This
like,
is
"Yeah,
going terribly."
this sucks. You suck."
You're a shitty rapper and you're a shitty dater.
I mean, I've gotten that.
Fuck off, Alec.
I've gotten that from women that I spent more time with.
But for all the short kings listening, any
just more
advice?
superficial fun stuff.
Whether the goal is to date
You're
or
getting
to
deep, dog.
I think, you know, confidence is key.
A bunch of gold jewelry.
Gold jewelry.
Hit the fucking gym.
It can help you or it can hurt you. The gym is good because
Pull
they
up in a
like to
Porsche.
touch parts of your body and stuff. The same way you might like to touch parts of their body, you know.
make sure your fingers in like a safety zone.
Keep them manicured if you can. Don't grow your fingernails too long.
Right.
It's
This for fingering tips specifically.
Yeah.
This is the
Honestly,
blasting corner.
fingering I think is slept on, and I think not enough guys are very good at fingering. And I will, to toot my own horn, I'm very good at
You're
fingering.
prolific finger
I'm
blaster.
great, and I think I'm pretty aggressive with the fingering, and I think a lot of guys are scared to, you know, really just really like put your biceps into it.
I will say this: the female genitalia is solely responsible for the miracle of birth. You think it can't handle some fucking pressure? Like,
right.
Yeah.
And that's, you know, that's how
Put
you're gonna
some
get.
fucking elbow grease into that shit.
If you're into
Literally.
squirting, that's how you're gonna get that. You know,
Yeah.
you gotta really,
You gotta work for it.
you gotta work for it.
it's like
You
an
got-
oil rig.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like fucking starting up a weed whacker or a lawnmower or something.
It's
You gotta
exactly like
fucking-
that.
You gotta go crazy.
Despot. How much money do you make?
Yeah.
Oof. A lot.
What do you like to spend your money on? Jewels, cars, clothes.
Honestly, I think I eat expensive meals a lot.
Yeah.
And if I
You're a gourmand.
I would say I'm a gourmand.
How much shrimp cocktail you putting down a week?
A week I've calmed down because
Because the iodine poisoning.
yeah, exactly. As who Pimp C famously
R.I.P.
said,
Mhm.
right? R.I.P. Pimp C.
Yeah.
Shout out Bun B.
Fucking
Yo,
looking like a
Bun B,
Papados.
was that the biggest? He said he wants to go fishing with you. Was that the biggest like oh shit moment you had since the show's come out?
Well, Bun B is actually like a good friend of
Okay,
mine.
all right.
That's my man. I'm very happy that he expressed interest in being on the show because he should be on the show.
Absolutely.
True low G.
And he will be on the show provided HBO allows me the airtime
Go
to.
fucking trawling for shrimp and off the coast of Houston. Come on.
Yeah, it'd be incredible.
Golf, baby.
What were we talking about? Oh,
What do you like spending money on?
what about
What's your? How do you get your martini? Like, what's your martini order?
extra dirty
Hell yeah.
Grey Goose?
A man after my own heart. Extra dirty vodka. Hell yeah. You're
Right.
You're a gin guy, right?
Fuck
Let's say,
gin.
well, I like what Bernie's does, which is that. No, Servos does the half and half.
Oh, the half and half. Yeah.
Nah, that's weird.
No, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
It's fine, but it's weird.
What are your favorite restaurants in New York City right now? Because we get this all the time. People are like, yo, I'm in New York. Where should I go? What
Yeah.
should I- like what
I mean,
restaurant wise?
Taiwan Pork Chop House #1. But then if you want to talk about like cooler shit, I mean,
nothing cooler than an excellent pork chop, bro.
it's true. I like Yasuda for sushi. I've been going there a lot lately. I like Francie, which is relatively new and very good in Williamsburg.
Is that on Broadway?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like kind of right by
What kind of
Luger.
cuisine is that?
I guess it's French.
Okay.
It's called Francie, but I don't know. I wouldn't say it's particularly French. They have
Michelin
like,
star.
oh, did they?
I think so.
Really?
I mean, it seems like it. Yeah, that makes
you
sense.
have Bonnie's?
Nah, what's that?
It's Cantonese. It's on Manhattan.
Nah,
It's
I
supposed
never.
to be fucking fire.
Is it new?
Yeah.
Bonnie's. I mean, I fuck with Frankel's and Bernie's as I,
Yes,
should.
sir.
Keep it in the family.
Yeah.
Bernie's is like the throwing fits like go to.
Yeah, Bernie's is a great spot.
Coldest beers in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Did you R&D those mozzarella sticks with them?
No, I didn't. That was Ashley, who was our chef and is a genius. And, I'd say
That might be the best mozzarella stick in the world.
it really might be.
Like
And
that Ashley.
she's definitely responsible for that. And for most of the menu at Frankel's and Bernie's. Shout out Ashley.
Shout out Ashley, you fucking beautiful
Matty Matheson
genius.
shouted her out when he was
Oh,
on the
that's
pod.
right. He did. Yeah.
I forget how they know each other.
Who did?
Matty
Matty
Matheson.
Matheson.
Oh, that makes sense.
All right, so you love spending your
He likes to
money
eat.
on
Yeah.
big meals,
Big
quality
meals.
quality
Meals, definitely clothes. But I think like I've slowed down because I just have so much shit. Like it's crazy, and I never really get rid of anything, and I need to.
Did you give like homies like John, like, yeah, this, I can
Yeah.
get rid of it. Here you go. Bequeath that shit.
Yeah, but most of the time it's women because I'm a small
true.
guy, and most of the stuff that I give away is shit I grew out of. Because I mean,
Too brolic.
quite frankly, yeah, I was rocking extra smalls like 10 years ago.
Damn.
Yeah, and now I'm like mediums and larges.
Have you been like working out with Action Bronson? Like,
Nah, I haven't worked out with Action yet. That's my man. Shout out Action, smart crew. We're in the same gang.
Mm.
just fucking tossing medicine balls and grilling.
But you've been
octopus.
buff for a minute. This isn't something that happened in like
Yeah.
the past year.
I would say that I was, very serious about working out long before Action, not to take away from Action's fitness
not.
journey, which is very inspiring
He's made it
and
very
beautiful.
much his public persona.
Yeah, which I fuck with that.
I think it's
mean,
inspiring a lot of people to be
yeah,
honest.
it's great.
I saw him biking across the bridge. He looked great.
Yeah, he's around.
What was back to money? What was like? I mean, you haven't gotten the HBO check. The last big check you got,
Or the first big check.
first big check you got when you signed to Def Jokes in
Yeah, the
02.
big Def Jokes money.
What was the first purchase you made after you got that
That's
The
a
wire.
great question because I have no idea.
car? Was it
It might have
crib?
been, honestly, might have been a used Honda Accord, which was my
Sick.
first car.
Like tricked out or just like
Nah, it was just like a 2000 Honda Accord silver. It did have a little spoiler on it.
Wow.
And I love that car. That shit held me down for a long time. I learned how to drive that
Then
year.
you upgraded to a fucking.
well, the Beamer. Was the Beamer after that?
We could do the history. It went Honda Accord.
The
Then
whip
we
appeal.
did Lexus GS 350.
Ooh.
Yeah. Then we did,
That's the I-95 car.
that's right. Then we did a BMW 650 Grand Coupe. Then we did a BMW i8. And then we did a 911 Targa 4 GTS.
The I-8 was the car that you would
Yeah.
see around and people like, oh, that's Despot's car.
Yeah, that's true.
Your Batmobile.
Yet another thing that I did first. And
Are you the white soldier boy?
I think I am. I might be, but for real, there was not an i8 on the street when I got that fucking car. And then I remember like Mike Will got one a little while after me, like months after me.
Yeah.
And then I think Montana got one. And then you start seeing them in rap videos.
Sure.
And that, like everything in
Got
my
played.
life, I was like, fuck this car. And got rid of it. But also the car's a piece of shit, honestly.
Was it electric?
It's a hybrid.
Yeah, it was a hybrid.
But
It was like a
I
hybrid, like,
did-
concept car.
Yeah.
I
Looked
signed
cool.
the engine in that car died, like for no reason. It was a brand new car. It just died. And me saying fuck that car on this podcast is technically in breach of an agreement I signed with BMW. Because when I gave them the car back, I was like, give me some fucking money. Like this is your
Yeah,
supercar and
it
it's a
sucks.
piece of garbage. And they gave me, nothing crazy, but they
Oh,
gave
made
me
you
money.
sign an NDA.
I signed a thing that said I will like never
I will
publicly
never publicly besmirch
the IA.
Yo, you got Ted Kazinski coming after you.
The
You got the
FBI,
fucking
dude.
FBI. You got the Germans are coming.
America's most wanted fucking
I wonder
despot.
what I should find that agreement and see
And
like
piss on it.
what the penalty is because I'm about to find out.
They're gonna tow your Porsche, bro.
Well, you're rich, so fuck it, we ball.
I wouldn't, I'm not rich. I don't like to say I'm rich because, relatively speaking,
Sure.
I don't know.
Well, you're rich compared to us, relatively. So there you go.
Maybe,
You're living
I don't
well,
know.
but all that being said,
Yeah.
Alec, Lawrence, and I, we want to offer up some constructive criticism before we end the episode here.
Okay.
Outsider's perspective, longtime fans, new friends,
Yeah.
right? We'll see you at the new sushi spot. I know you're gonna invite us to. We'll see you at the big 4-0 birthday party, all that good stuff.
It's coming.
We just want to see you thrive even harder, so you
Yeah.
go from living well to being rich.
Okay.
So I'll go first. First piece of constructive criticism. Have us on Chillin Island.
Yeah, season 2.
We got the fucking Arc'teryx. We got the South to West 8.
We got
We
the
got the
gear.
fucking. We got the DMA.
We
throwing fits
debase
collaboration.
ourselves, for a
Smart.
living already.
That's good advice. That's very
Yeah.
okay.
And if for whatever reason that doesn't necessarily like pan out in terms of like creating content together, we can just all go camping and hang out. I think that would be just tight.
Yeah.
Now you're talking.
Yeah. That's a little more local.
But maybe not.
I'm
like
not.
outdoor-
I'm not thirsty like this.
You're not outdoors. Maybe like
you don't need to be on TV.
Yeah.
yeah.
right.
Let's go camp out at a bar though. Not,
Yeah.
not outside.
Yeah, I would prefer that. I think.
Right. Well, Despot, thank you for coming on to the
Appreciate
only
you, man.
podcast that matters. Yo, where can the kids
Thanks for
follow
having
you?
me.
Yeah. What do you want to plug? Where can we follow you,
I don't know at Despot Roast, man.
Mr. Roast?
At
Was Despot taken by Saddam Hussein?
Yeah. With
It was taken by someone, but it's also like this guy Vaz in like the late 90s started just calling me pot roast all the time. And I was like, yeah, that's cool. Shout out Vaz.
that's where the
TCK.
that's where the roast comes from. Got
Yeah,
it.
it's Despot Roast. Yeah.
Pot roast.
Yeah.
All right, go follow Despot Roast and go watch Chillin' Out on HBO. Chef, slap that motherfucking outro music.
This little piggy got a house made of bricks. Hand over hand over hand over fist. This little piggy got a house made of bricks. Huff and puff, bitch, you ain't blowing down shit. This little piggy got a house made of bricks. Hand over hand over hand over fist. This little piggy got a house made of bricks. Huff and puff, bitch, you ain't blowing down shit. Running on fumes, walking on coals. Pockets on Rogaine, boiled out of control. Green means gold, red means gold. I'm colorblind, motherfucker, I don't know. Feet are beating the block, I'm bleeding and squeezing the juice out. These are screaming to stop, I'm fleeing the scene with the too loud. Money talk, if you showing off, then that money talk too loud. Slap a gag order on the vault and cut Benjamin's tongue out. Them dead presidents run out, won't be no more discussion. Go so hard in the paint, I fuck it and bust a nut in the bucket and run amok on you fuckwits and piss and cuss up in public. My come up ain't one to fuck with, not for nothing, you nothing. Stop it, slime, y'all the snot rockets. Got a lot of products stocked in the dockers, that's hot pockets. Fresh out the car wash, still got a dirty trunk. Out for that gold plaque, like some old dirty front. This little piggy got a house made of brick. Hand over hand over hand over fist. This little piggy got a house made of bricks. Huff and puff, bitch, you ain't blowing down shit. This little piggy